Right, well, good day and welcome back once again. So what we've been doing very recently is taking a look at the Mega Evolution set that I've been wanting to collect, which is the latest, well, the now second latest, because there's another one that's come out. But what I've done is, over the time that I've been collecting Mega Evolution, I only wanted to sort of get a few booster boxes and booster bundles and try and waste as little money as possible collecting the set. So a couple of the ways that I've actually done that is to order singles off eBay rather than just sort of spending, you know, $10 to $15 depending on how much the scalpers want to charge you for the ETBs and the booster boxes. We did, however, get a few, I think probably about 4 or 5 maybe, booster bundles, as well as a ETB and a booster box. So there's a few, but what we've now done is we've gone completely all the way through the set, and I've also got a backup set which I've got about 70% done, which I'll probably go through and just finish the base set off on. And I'm still yet to decide. I may actually change tack with how I'm actually dealing with collecting the entire set. I'll have to see how much the set comes out at in terms of a dollar value. I do have a few of the full arts and whatnot that I need, but not all of them. So there's a few pages that are missing, and I do have one of the cards, which was probably, I think it's the second most expensive one, which I currently have out because I'm going to send it away and get graded. And what I'm thinking now is I may actually change the way I approach the collection of this and probably the other sets that I'm going to collect. And I might actually just collect base sets for the moment. And when I do get booster boxes and whatnot, I'll just keep the good cards, the rare cards, and sell them, and use those in order to pay for more booster boxes and more bulk. And in terms of bulk, mentioning bulk, what I've been doing very recently is getting a lot of bulk. And a few weeks ago I grabbed some bulk from a fella out near sort of Ipswich way, and grabbed for $120, I think it was. We grabbed a whole lot of bulk, and what it had was, this is Shrouded Fable that's here, and what it had was, I think about 80% of Shrouded Fable, about 70% of Paradox Rift, about 65% of Scarlet and Violet base, about 80% of Paldea Evolved, and about 80% of Twilight Masquerade as well. And I think that's it. I think there was one other set, and I can't remember which one it was off the top of my head now. But so what my intent was there was to, I think I'm just going to make up the rest of the sets there, and I'll decide what I'm going to keep or what I'm going to sell. And some of the bulk that I've come across in the last few weeks, I actually came across some Destined Rivals bulk. And now that I've had a look at Destined Rivals and 151 and all the other sets that are sort of the more popular ones, I've decided that I really want to actually collect Destined Rivals, and I want to get the entire base set on it. And I'll make a decision on the other 5 full base sets that I have now, on whether I keep them or not. I'll probably most definitely keep Mega Evolution. I think that will be the go for what we'll do for that. So we'll keep the our Vault X Mega Evolution folder here, and I think what I'll do is I'll perhaps offload all the Paldea Evolved and Twilight Masquerade and Shrouded Fable and all the rest of that as well. And I also got some celebrations as well, the 25th anniversary, some bulk for that very recently as well. And I only needed about 3 cards to make up the entire set of that, just out of bulk, which was great. So what I've been doing is sort of grabbing bulk from people who sort of didn't really know what they had on Facebook Marketplace, and selling off the expensive cards in it, making my money back and then some, and then sort of keeping some of the bulk and selling some of the bulk, just all the common cards and whatnot, just to have a little bit of extra coin on top, and then keeping some reverse hollows and whatnot, and sort of making a decision from there on whether I'm actually going to make up some of the sets. And one of the sets from the bulk that I got was the Destined Rivals, and that's what we are going to take a look at today. Alright, well, let's get into it. So, and there's also been a little bit of a change with some of the pricing very recently as well. So in terms of booster bundles and booster boxes, there's been a bit of a retrace, let's say. So the scalpers aren't making as much money as they usually would. And some Destined Rivals has actually gone down quite a lot in price. So these I managed to get for $12 per packet, which is quite reasonable considering how popular the set is and how much it has been of late. And as I mentioned before, I think what I'm going to do with this is just going to open up the packs, keep the reverses and the commons that I need to make up a set. And if I do get any good inserts, and I do like these as well, I like the energy cards from this set. If I do get any good cards, what I might do is I might just sell them off, and I'll say, well, that's fine, you know, that paid for me getting the box in the first place. Skarmory reverse, negative on that one, just a Hydrapple hollow, but that's alright, it's a pretty good card. And even if we don't get, you know, any really big hits, it won't really worry me anyway, because this is a set that I'm actually really looking to actually collect, and I would have spent money on it anyway, so I'm not overly phased. But it'll just be nice if I can sort of... And what I did as well is I took a look at what the hits are and how much they are on the market for. I've already got that Misty's Gyarados, damn it. How much they're on the market for, and dollars for dollars, the 2 best sets that I could see of the last sort of few years was Destined Rivals and Mega Evolution. All of the really good cards, the good hit cards, are a lot of money for resale. And as I said, I really like this set. This is just in terms of the look of it, the artworks and whatnot, I really like them. Oh, we've got a shiny down the bottom, I don't know what it is. Just a plain old Crobat EX, boring. Oh well, it's alright, it's better than nothing. Not sure how much they are, but Better than slapping the belly with a wet fish. A lot of the EXs on these sets tend to be sort of, you look at the price on price charting and you think, oh yeah, it's not really that much. But because we're in Australia here and we don't have access to a lot of the card sites that they do in America, it ends up costing us 10 times the amount that it's listed for. So an EX which has a price of 60 cents on it, which you'd think would be only 60 cents, ends up being $10. So go figure. Oh, Porygon 2, that's one I know I don't have. So all the while I'm racking up a lot of cards that I don't have here as well. So, and because this is such a popular set, they're all sort of very sellable as well. So Blaziken, nice. Well, that's a lot of reverse holos there that I didn't have. I can't believe that we're only going to have just one EX for this box. That would be ridiculous. Be an absolute dud. If that is the case. But I haven't seen a lot of these and there's a lot that I don't have. Wow, there you go. Well, that's it. So one EX in its entirety for that box. That's crazy. So thus far, not overly great in terms of pulls, to put it very lightly. But a lot of the reverse holos and whatnot, when I've gone to buy them for some of these older sets, have been listed for anywhere from $1.50 to, you know, $4 or $5 or something, and the holo rares as well. So that is of course worst case scenario, but a lot of the time if you actually want to get the card, worst case scenario is what you're dealing with. So if you can get it from a pack, you can sort of price it out roughly enough and say, yes, that will be $3 I don't have to spend from eBay, because that is what we are looking at a lot of the time here in Australia in terms of holos and reverses. Those are our options for where we can actually buy them from, which is a bit of a bugger, but it is what it is. Alright, so completely sorted out. Well, that's a holo as well. So there's probably about 80% of those I know I don't have, which is pretty good. And they would be $1 each. It's a holo as well. So probably about maybe 40 of them, 30 to 40 of them I don't have, which is, you know, $30 I don't have to spend on buying singles, which is good, I guess. And I'm not sure on the price of that EX. I'll put it on screen. It could be reasonable, it could be ridiculous, but who knows. And the same with these holos. We got, what have we got, 6 of them. And again, they could be reasonable or absolutely ridiculous, who knows. And reverses, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those, which is pretty good. So at, let's say, low ball price, $2 each, it's $18. So I don't know, I guess it works out okay. It's not too bad. Alright, well, that's it for that one. So next time we get together, we will open up another one of these because I've got a few of them. I've bought a few of them, and as I said, I bought them at around about $12 a pack, so it's reasonable enough considering they retail for, I think it's about $8. But this set has been absolutely notoriously expensive. People have been selling booster bundles for $100 for the last sort of 6 to 8 months, but they've only gone down in price very recently to around $70 for a booster bundle, which is pretty reasonable. All things all told, I guess, just considering the popularity of this set. Alright, well, that'll be it for us for this one. Next time we will open up another one of these. We'll see you then.